y'all, welcome back to another live here on Q10. I'm your host for today. My name is Tori. So what is this phone, in case you didn't hear and you just joined? This is the OPPO Reno10 Pro Plus, and this is actually a brand new launch. This is going at a retail price of $1,149, and if you purchase this today, there's actually a gift with purchase, which is the Fujifilm Instax Square Link smartphone printer. This is a very wonderful phone over here, and if you guys are going to watch the TikTok that I will be putting out later tonight, this color is a very girly Barbie aesthetic, if you're asking me. It's a very nice purple, if you can see over here, and it's a glossy purple too. I know OPPO just always has that iridescent like the color scheme is always iridescent, and then of course there's another color available called silvery gray, and it's just basically black, but they call it silvery gray, so it's like a dark titanium gray color, I would say. Basically you guys are seeing the mirrored version of what I am doing. So as you can see, here are some very interesting facts about the OPPO Reno10 Pro Plus 5G. But before we do go into the very cool features of this phone, let me just show you some of the specs that we have. So basically this comes in two colors, and of course we have the glossy purple, that's the one I'm showing you right now, which I'm holding over here, and then we have it in black, silvery gray, but I would just say black, silvery gray as well for my men. You know, it's very inclusive. We have for the more feminine and the more masculine type of, oh, it's not there, okay, it lagged a bit, the more masculine type. So let's talk about the size and the weight, of course. So the thickness of this phone is about 8.2 millimeters, and you can plus minus about 0.2 mm depending on the color, I believe. The purple one, this one is slightly thicker by 0.2 millimeters, but the gray one is 8.28 millimeters, and it weighs about 194 grams. So I would say this phone is very, very light for sure. And we're gonna talk about storage. I'm gonna take you through my little presentation according to this, I guess. So this comes with 25 gigabytes of RAM, so this is great for gaming. I believe my phone is like give or take 8, but you can like unlock more at the sacrifice of your memory. But this one comes with 12 gigabyte RAMs, and it also has 265 gigabytes of storage where you can keep all your pictures, your app data, your internal storage, basically 256 gigabytes. And let's skip the camera first. Well, I'll talk about that later. So we're gonna be talking about the phone's display over here. So it has a 17.13 cm OLED 3D curved screen, which is what I was showing you in the beginning over here. It curves all the way to the sides, and it is OLED. And also the screen to body ratio is 93.9% with a 10-bit image display. So it's very, very sharp, as you can see. And what you guys can see on screen looks exactly what it looks like here, except this one is very, very bright. And like I mentioned, because it is very, very bright, the brightness of this is actually 500 nits, but the peak brightness, which I think that's what it is right now because I'm a dark phone user, is 1,400 nits, and it's so bright. And also, if you're wondering about the resolution of this phone, this is a full HD phone, so that is a 1.5K resolution, and that is 2772 by 1240 pixels if you guys are looking at the resolution. So a little bit of a insider tip, because I do use OPPO, because our phones are sharper, bigger resolution, sometimes when you're looking at TikTok or Instagrams, the photos might look a little bit distorted, but it's only because your phone is bigger. okay? So I'm sorry if I keep moving the text, if not it will go to like lock screen. But yes, don't need to see, just listen to me. So yeah, also this has about 120 hertz of refresh rate at its maximum. So it's a very snappy phone. So if you're gonna use this to play games, you definitely can. And I'll tell you why when I get everything out. It has a very good chipset. It also has a good refresh rate. And also it's a curved screen, so you can like shoot even from the sides. No, I'm just kidding. Actually, I want to try, but I never try. So we're gonna talk about the charging of this. So if you guys did not know, OPPO actually has a really cool system called Super VOOC or Super VOOC, I don't know how to pronounce, but they have a flash charge type of thing. And this one, out of everything that I've presented to you guys so far on the live, this one has the fastest charger of all the phones. This one can go full bat, they said, for let's say 2 hours of gaming in 5 minutes, because this is a 100-watt Super VOOC charger that it's compatible with. The one that I have is, I think, 40 watts. This is 100 watts. And this is the OPPO Reno10 Pro Flip, and that was like 40 watts. This is 100, so it's just like vroom, you know what I mean? If you're on the go, you need a fast charging phone, you got this one. And also the battery life of this is okay. It's 4700 mAh large battery, and the supercharger can charge this in 5 minutes, and you get like 38 hours of standby if you don't really like use your phone crazy. Hello, saw you live in TikTok. I am currently live on TikTok still, K-World. Unless you're talking about my personal life. But I haven't gone live in a while. Alright, so that is the battery life if you're interested. 38 hours of standby if you don't like heavily use your phone. But if you're, you know, playing, it could probably last you like, I'd say 16 hours of gaming, I believe. So I'm going to talk about the chipset. So this is using a Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1, and this also has a very beefy RAM that they're using, which I will talk about in great detail in a little bit. And this also uses ColorOS 13.1. It's the newest ColorOS that they have. And yeah, this is what we're working with the OPPO Reno10 Pro Plus 5G. But let me go into greater detail, of course. Okay, so this is the reason why I was saying that this is a great phone for gaming, and if you really are into a very powerful type of phone. This phone, aside from the fact that its RAM is 12 gigabytes and it also has 120 hertz of refresh rate, this also uses the LPDDR5 RAM, and it's a very beefy, strong type of RAM, and it's also one of the latest RAM types that they have. Most phones use LPDDR4, but this one is using the latest one, which is 5. So it's really interesting for you guys to play around with if you guys are interested in a very strong thing. So this one supports biometric, of course. So it supports fingerprints, facial recognition. This also comes with the 2 nano SIM card at the bottom over here. So you can use 2 SIM cards, and also at the same time, both SIM cards can be 5G. But this phone can actually go all the way up to Wi-Fi 6, which I think only the latest phones have. It's a faster version of 5G. It's basically 6G, but it's not very stabilized because a lot of phones don't really have that yet. But yeah, it can go up to Wi-Fi 6. And this is using the Bluetooth version 5.3, and that's like sharper sound and hopefully better connection as well. And this uses a USB Type-C and also has NFC as well. So let me just take you through some things. So this is basically the main camera at the back. it goes all the way up to 64 MP telephoto portrait camera, and it's an ultra high megapixel camera that lets you have ultra clear images, and it uses this system that allows clear quality pictures whether it's day or night. And also just like all the other phones that I've used from OPPO, they have that tap bokeh effect, which I will show you and demo for you a little bit. Really? I didn't know that, K-World. I will not read out what he said because I am not sure if that is true or not, but that's fascinating. So let me go into detail about this particular camera. So the rear camera, main camera, is actually 50 megapixels, and it has a aperture that goes all the way down to 1.8, and it has a 6P lens, and it supports autofocus as well. But the cool thing about this is the telephoto lens. So the telephoto lens is basically what you use for the portrait stuff. So the portrait stuff, it goes all the way up to 64 megapixels, which is what they're showing right here. And also this goes all the way down to the aperture of 2.5, and it has a 4P lens, and it supports autofocus as well. And then it also has the angle lens, 8 megapixels, so the zoom is really good. The zoom goes all the way up to times 120, I believe, and this is a goes all the way to 2.2 aperture. It's a 5P lens, but the ultra wide angle does not support autofocus, but it does go all the way to 120 digital zoom and 3 times optical zoom. So now we're gonna talk about this part, which is the ultra 4K video. So if I could scroll down a little bit, all the way down to the thing where it says video, there we go. So the rear main camera actually can shoot in 4K at 60 FPS or 30 FPS. It can also shoot in 1080p, 60 FPS, 30 FPS, and 720p, 60 FPS or 30 FPS, but that is just, you know, normal stuff. But this has a video zoom as well, and the zoom can still support 4K at 60 FPS and 30 FPS, which is like, whoa, that is rare. And it goes all the way down to 720p, 60 FPS, 30 FPS, and even the slow motion can go up to 120 frames per second at 1080p. So you're gonna get a very high quality slow motion video, and likewise it can do it at 720p as well. And also the dual video of this can also go up to 1080p, so the dual screen thing is very sharp. The other phones are not that sharp, but this one is like really sharp, and it can do time-lapse photography at 1080p at 30 FPS as well. But the front camera is the interesting one. It can go up to 1080p at 30 FPS, and it even has a retouch effect at the front. And the cool thing that I thought that this phone could do that other phones don't really do that well is the front has a stabilization. Usually the front camera doesn't have stabilization, it's usually the back, but this one, the front has a stabilization, and it can shoot at 30 FPS max. So like it says over here, this has ultra night video, so it's able to produce pure detailed color saturated videos because of the camera system that they have over here. Okay, so let me tell you some things that you can do with the camera. So if you're using the rear camera of this phone, the main camera, you can do photos, you can do videos, night photos, professional photos, panorama, portrait, time-lapse, slow motion, super text, cute shots, ultra clear image, dual video, and Google Lens. And the front camera can do photos, videos, panorama photos, portraits, night photos, time-lapse photography, portrait retouching, screen fill flash, cute shots, multi-view videos, and others. The thing that I wanted to highlight about the front camera that I think it does really great is that the front camera can do panorama. I've never seen a phone which can do panorama with the front. So as you can see, this phone has an amazing front camera. can I just say, like, I look better on this camera than this camera. But yes, that is because of the AI enhancement. Yes, so let me show you the cute shots that they were talking about. And this is basically the cute shots. So it already comes with a built-in like sticker system. So if you can see over here, there's this like sparkle thing. If you click on it, you can actually like, there's like more stickers and you can just download them if you have great internet, which we do here in Singapore. And you're just like, pick the, no, I picked this one. Okay, I think this is an AR. I am an owl. Hi guys, I am now an owl. I'm the OPPO owl and I'll be telling you how to do these things. Emoji. Let her do that. Okay, got you. So for you to find the emoji, which I really love, if you guys don't know what that is, you just pull it down, click on the settings. You have to log in, of course. Click on your login and it's right here on emoji. Click edit and she's back. The live cast team and I have been OPPO Emoji Tori. And I will see you guys on the next OPPO Live. Subscribe and share their content on the Q10 official pages. And I will see you on the next Q10 Live. Bye! Woohoo!